Hello, I would like to explain you that our 14 8,000ers which we have is nothing more than the result of a random decision. And how did this change the world of mountaineering? Here is the standard of 1 meter. Nothing more than a convention. It could have been chosen a little bit shorter or longer. Imagine now, if we had chosen a new meter 10% longer than the standard meter, the minimum altitude for a new 8,000er peak would be 8,800 standard meters. This number we calculate as 110% of standard meter length times 8,000. Simply said, a mountain that was an 8,000er maybe will no longer be an 8,000er because it cannot contain 8,000 new meters. And in this case, there would be only one 8,000er, and that would be Mount Everest. There is a beautiful north face of Mount Everest in the picture. On the other hand, if we reduce the standard meter by 10%, the minimum altitude of the new 8,000er would be only 7,200 meters. In this case, we would have 153 new 8,000ers. It is hard to imagine that there would be at least one conqueror of all these peaks. From a practical mountaineering point of view, it would be logical to choose the length of the new meter 5% longer than the standard meter. In that case, the altitude of the new 8,000er would be from 8,400 standard meters, and only 5 8,000ers that we also call high would meet this condition. It is Mount Everest, K2, Kanchenjunga, Lhotse, and Makalu. In the pictures, you can see K2. Kanchenjunga. Lhotse. And Makalu. As you can see, these are beautiful high mountains. The problem with Lhotse is that it is considered more like a secondary peak of Everest and not a separate mountain. The picture clearly shows the whole situation, and you can make up your own mind. These high 8,000ers have one similarity. Unlike the lower 8,000ers, only few climbers climb them without oxygen. Here is a table of the length of time an acclimatized and healthy person can survive at a certain altitude. It can be seen that the length of this time is approximately 3 times longer for higher 8,000ers than for lower ones. It is also clear that the use or non-use of oxygen depends not only on the altitude, but also on the duration of the stay. If we go to a mountain with a long and difficult climb, the use of oxygen is necessary even for some lower peaks. It is usually case of, for example, Annapurna or Nanga Parbat.